Good morning, everybody. Good morning or good night, depending on what part of the world you're in. Hi, guys, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We're going to be recapping Darcey and Stacey, Season 1, Episode 2. Guys, before we do, though, my mind is really heavy with what's going on in the world today, especially on the Gulf Coast, everybody, the East Coast, all of it. We have twin hurricanes that are hitting the Gulf Coast right now. So, guys, send your prayers and love to everybody. And then also we have fires over here in NorCal. So this is just such a crazy time to live in right now. So again, let's just send our love and prayers to everybody because holy cow, what kind of world do we live in? I don't know. As everybody piles into the room, please like this video. It helps us tremendously. And yeah, with that being said, I was hoping Pops was going to join me, and who knows, he could walk through this door any minute, but he usually wakes up later. So we're going to see if he wakes up. Otherwise, we'll get him in again. All right, guys. So we kick off this episode with Florian arriving, and Stacey looks stressed. Stacey looks stressed because Florian didn't really give the reaction that she wanted. Sure, she looked definitely excited, but his reaction was so deadpan and lackluster, it wasn't even funny. And I get, yes, he came all the way from Albania, so it could have been, he's just tired and jet lagged, which most likely it would have been. Or it could be that, hey, I got to America, so now I don't have to give you 150% anymore. I don't know which one, but okay, she's working with him, and she's like, you could have acted a little bit more happy or surprised to see me. And he's like, I love you, my angel. I love you, my angel. I love you, my angel. It's like the only thing I hear from this guy. But no, she technically reacted as she expected, but Stacey is still optimistic. She's excited that Florian's here, and I guess they're about to have a great time in New York City. Pan over, and let's go back to Darcey. Darcey, we start off with her in this episode doing TikTok with Aniko and Aspen, her two daughters, and her dad, Mike. This was just terrible and embarrassing. And not that it's embarrassing as a mom to be, doing all of these things with your kids and whatever, like participating, that's fun. But man, even the daughter said, this is kind of embarrassing, Mom. And they said, my mom, Darcey, oh, the dogs are barking. Sorry, guys. My mom, Darcey's a cool mom. I don't know about that. We're trying, in this moment just probably didn't need to be filmed. That's all I'm saying. Darcey's friends, do you hear this? Darcey's friends, Debbie and Raina, come crashing the party. And I feel like we got a little bit of insight from them because Debbie and Raina, they kind of let us know that, Stacey's more grounded, kind of like their dad, Mike, did. Stacey's more grounded, but then Darcey loves love even when it's not working out. So I feel like it's fun bringing the friends in more and more. And I can't wait to hear more from the mom because I feel like she's going to have a lot to say. But yeah, it's kind of breaking down the barriers of what we pretty much already know. But it's nice to hear it from somebody who's growing up with them. I love you, my angel. Thank you, Hermione. I appreciate the super sticker. No, but Darcey ends up telling Debbie and Raina about Georgie. And they're like, Darcey, you can already tell they're so cautious about this. They're kind of like, are you doing this just because Stacey's looking for a man? That's pretty much what they're insinuating. And she's like, he's hot. Look at him pulling his pants all the way down to his crotch right here, pretty much. And look at his abs, washboard abs. And he's from Bulgaria, and just boasting everything that's physical about him, but really nothing that's on the inside, I guess. Guys, 59 in the room. Let's try to hit 100. Thank you guys so much. Keep liking. Did anyone notice how the girl in Florian's picture could have been a sister to the twins? Yep, maybe 20 years ago could have been a sister to the twins. But no. Again, Darcey tells them about Georgie, and Florian and Stacey, they check into the hotel. Again, Florian's exhausted, but they did end up having sex that night. I don't know if I can say that on here. I'm sure I can. But they did end up having sex that night, even though he wasn't really feeling it. I thought it was interesting, though, guys, because Stacey ends up telling Florian gifting him a cell phone with one condition. She gets to put her thumbprint on it. Wow. If that doesn't just start off your relationship with no trust, or if that doesn't just, that sets such a tone. If I started a relationship and my boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever said, I'm gifting you a phone, but I better have the passcode, I'd be like, take your phone back. I don't need your phone. But then again, I do see where Florian also, he's broken this trust with Stacey, and now he needs to earn it back, especially if he wants to be in the United States and he wants to continue out this K-1 visa process. Thank you so much. Natalie, I appreciate you. You know, guys, I don't know. All right. Who's?
I need that box right there. Can I grab something?
Yeah, of course. Guys, Aunt Cherie's popping in.
Just for a minute.
All right. But
She's popping out.
that's all right. All right. See, again, guys, Stacey needs attention and she's disappointed, but also Florian, just got back in from Albania. Guys, again, I'm not going to be in this situation, in this setting. I'm going to be in a different setting as of tomorrow, back in my normal setting, but it's okay. We're working with it and I'm visiting family. Again, chaotic time. Very chaotic, apparently. Darcey's waking up to 100 roses. Darcey's making Georgie look good, and I don't know. I don't even know if Darcey's the one who actually... I feel like Darcey gifted herself these roses. I don't feel like he sent the roses. In this message that he sent about, I miss you and whatever, and she starts crying, and she's like, oh, this is... I felt those words. Give me a break, Darcey. I can't even with that. That reaction, she's so over the top. And I think that's why Tom was like, from the very beginning, he's like, your reactions, like you're so quick to love with everything that you're saying. You're just quick, It's like, relax, take a chill pill, Darcey. Like, get to know the person. You don't have to love them right away. You can learn to like them and then maybe possibly learn to love them, But I don't know. So let's go back to Florian and Stacey really quick. Florian and Stacey are going around on the carriage ride through New York. They end up going through Central Park and blah, blah, blah. Did you see the hot dog scene? Because I was disgusted by it. Only because I'm a food, like a weirdo and kind of a germaphobe. Stacey has her own hot dog. Florian has a hot dog, and then they both take a bite out of it together. Like it's almost like Lady and the Tramp-esque, and it's not cute. Nobody wants to double bite on a hot dog, in my opinion. But I did like the fact that Stacey invited Darcey to come spend time with them. She wanted Darcey to be a part of Florian coming into New York, so she invited her to come in, and Diva Darcey did. Diva Darcey showed up, and Stacey and Florian expected exactly like her in the fur coat, the way she looked, all glitz and glammed, making an entrance. Her reaction and their reaction, it was spot on. They knew exactly what to expect. But this is where it gets better. She starts telling them, I've met a man. And, it's all of the great things about him. He's very hot, almost hotter than you, Florian. He came here by himself to America, Florian. She's not saying Florian, but she's pretty much saying Florian. He's Eastern European. She's pretty much comparing him to Florian, but just saying how much better he is on every single level. And Florian also, he's a masseuse. I guess the guy has his stuff together, and Darcey has already met him. That was kind of the kicker that I didn't know that, but Darcey's already met him, and yeah, she's probably already in love. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the call thing so you guys can call in. Aunt Cherie got me all tizzied. But Stacey also dropped the bomb, and this is what I put in the comments, guys, when I first started. Stacey dropped the bomb that she met with Tom and Darcey. This is where I'm starting to feel like the show is already pre-produced. Okay, so when she dropped the bomb, Darcey's initial reaction was, why? But that's not what I feel like that reaction would have been had that have been a real on-the-spot, in-the-moment kind of her sister telling her about Tom. I feel like that's not how Darcey would have reacted. I feel like the reaction would have been way bigger. And then she realized, okay, we're filming a show. You need these reactions. And then she, overreacted off of that. I see some head nods. Carla?
Absolutely, Adam. I felt that 1,000%. We all know Darcey would have took a wine bottle, took it to the neck, and went to start boo-hooing her off. Okay,
yes.
That's what I was expecting after that. Her initial reaction took me for a whole loophole. I was like, I wonder if this is how Darcey really is.
No,
if she really just like brushes it off, but she really just does ups the ante for the cameras.
No, see, I feel like she definitely ups the ante for the cameras, but I don't know that reaction to me, it just wasn't what I what I was expecting until 30 seconds into it, and then that's what I was expecting. And I feel like she's usually pretty quick to just like pop off, and that wasn't. I don't know. I'm gonna bring Jamal on too.
Yes.
What's up, Jamal?
What's going on?
All right. So what did you think about that?
Which part?
Darcey's reaction when Stacey told her about meeting Tom.
I was wondering why she was so delayed in her reaction. I was confused.
Yeah.
Was she
It's like-
processing it?
It's like she was like, okay, how she was thinking. It's like she had to think about it and then she reacted. I'm like, normally you would just like go in and just be really upset and emotional and break down. How could you do this to me? Why did you do this to me? She wasn't whiny. She wasn't like over the top. I'm like, this is.
But
kind of
she really
pre-planned.
wasn't. She really wasn't whiny when he came to the door. I mean, she had her little moments where she, was yelling, but she never really got Darcey emotional. She
Right.
even told Stacey, like, just go get the letter off the car window and just go throw it in the garbage. I don't even
But
want that
but
negativity
she
here.
was-
Like, I don't want it.
Right. She was over at that point where she was really, really over it. But
Right.
to hear that your twin sister met with your ex and you're normally super emotional and all of a sudden you found this maturity, I'm like, good job,
And-
girl.
Yeah.
Good job, girl. And like,
Let's see.
good job, girl. You worked.
Thank
that.
you, Stacey, for the super chat.
Oh, Adam, do
Yeah.
not apologize for your family coming into the room. Your fans love it. We love it. We adore this type of stuff, Adam. Please don't apologize.
Well,
Just
thank you
welcome
guys.
her. And Sharice, we
I-
want you back.
I I appreciate it. Again, I'm not in my. It's actually Anne Cherie's birthday today. I'm not in my
Oh,
normal
happy
setting. I stayed here. Yeah, I stayed here a few days longer because the fires and everything that are going on, and also I ordered my new equipment for YouTube, and it was supposed to come here, and then today it just got delayed again till Wednesday. So because the fires and I mean it's madness here. But no, I appreciate you guys and thank you for saying that. That was super sweet, Carla. But I also I'm kind of. I wanted to say I'm loving Debbie and Raina, and I'm kind of excited to see. Obviously, in the trailer, we see Florian flip out on them and tell them that he doesn't need to effing acknowledge them or answer any questions or whatever. I can't wait to see that moment, and I feel like we're going to see a lot of Debbie and Raina. This episode 2 was just the beginning. We're going to get them like 3 or 4 more times. I feel.
I like them because like you get that real insight, and they're honest. Super honest. And which I can't remember the first girl. I think it's Raina. She's like, I like the fact that she has her own relationship independent of the twins. She has their relationship with Darcey, she has a relationship with Stacey, and then she probably has a relationship together. I like that she separates that out.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Now, is Raina the one that was at the reunion with the emojis at the tell-all?
The black-haired girl, right? That's Raina, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she was. I can't really remember.
I don't want to say that for sure, but that's a good spot if you caught that.
Yeah, because she was like when Tom was talking to Darcey and stuff, she was the one that had like the throw up emojis and like the sad face and the crying emojis. It was like this during the quarantine, when they all were at home. I have to go back.
Debbie
I'll show. I'm
and
sending
You have
it
to
to you.
go back. I'll go back.
Listen, I was living for they give you facials too. They give you like a you can't really, Darcey and Stacey. It's like they don't know what they can tell you, but they're still being honest, which I like it. I feel like I feel like we're gonna connect with them, and I'm looking forward to the conversation that Mike's gonna have with Florian, because Papa Mike is gangster.
I see Florian already looks scared because he will not look at Mike in the face.
Yeah.
He will not look at him. I'm like, dude. And he trips me out. Like, have you noticed, like, in every photo, he always finds the light? Always.
You know what? I have to
Always.
say, Darcey and Stacey have something. They have something, like, they copy each other. They both find men that love angles. Like Tom, his photos are always, like, really good. And then you see him in person, and it's like buying it on, Instagram versus reality or whatever they say. That's what that's exactly what it is.
But Florian finds that light. I'm like, damn, Florian. Like, let Stacey have some light. I felt like Florian thinks he's Beyonce, and he got Stacey back like Kelly and Michelle. Like, what's going on here? I'm like, that's just so rude.
And Florian was like, Florian's like, I am model and and he's like going on about his resume. And I'm like, shh, we don't have a resume. I'm like, great. You and everybody like come to LA, everybody, just LA, Miami, New York. There's gorgeous male models everywhere. So if that's your MO to come here, buddy.
That's what it is, though. I think he's really on the show to be in America, to get his face out there, to book like maybe some like Montgomery Ward ads or some Walmart ads to get his modeling career jumpstart in the U.S. I'm just saying,
And Stacey is giving him all the money and all the tips that he needs to go ahead and get it with her stupid self.
Yeah, come on, Stacey.
And he has the life, though. Think about it. He's coming here. He can't work yet. Once they're married, he can't work for like 3 months, right? So he getting 6 months free rent, free room and board, free travel. Who would not take that?
And I feel like she's probably been sending him money too back to Albania.
He said that though. No, he said that. Remember, like he's all like, Stacey loves me, Stacey's nice to me. That and he's all like, Stacey help me. I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Sugar Mama Stacey.
Period.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
But there are a couple of suckers for washboard abs. They love some washboard abs. They like a strong man, and apparently they're willing to sacrifice the good attitude, the work ethic, all of the like. At that point, I would rather have somebody who looked like Quasimodo, who had a job and was just nice to me, as opposed to like this like. What she thinks is a sex god that can't bring anything to the table except maybe a good time in bed, which he didn't even bring that. Not the first night. He didn't even want to do that. They got it in somehow. They fit it in there, but
the problem is with them is they don't understand that when you start dating the 10s, 10 pluses, 11s, that's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work on you. And they're younger, so they don't have their stuff together most times. They need to sit back, date some nice 7s in their age range who are established, have their things together, and can help them out, can help level them up versus them leveling their 10s and 10 pluses up. Like
that's already leveled up.
Yeah, you were a Nico and Aspen watching your mom Darcey, like watching her just because she always does the most, always with Darcey, making the bath and just being like touching herself and rubbing her neck, and she's like, "Hey," and he's like, "Are you naked?" No, duh.
Right.
What else is she doing? And she's always just doing the most. And now imagine her kids, 15, 16, now probably 16, 17, or whatever. Like they're right there in that age range. They're watching the show obviously because they're on it. What is their reaction to seeing their mom?
They're crying. They're like, they're probably texting all their friends, "Do not watch this show. Please do not watch this. Our mom is crazy. Please don't judge us by our mom."
Desperate Darcey.
They're filing for emancipation right now. They're like, "Please get me out of here."
They are insane. The TikTok has sent me kind of over the edge. I'm like, don't do that.
TikTok it's way out of their element. They're doing too much.
And I think that it almost felt like with the TikTok thing, it's like they're trying to find, it wasn't necessarily B-roll because it led into the Debbie Reina conversation, but it's almost like they're trying to find filler content already. Or maybe they're just trying to introduce us to the relationship that she has with her daughters. I just felt like it was filler content. I felt like we didn't need it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. It's just added content. We don't care about that.
They could put more Reina and Debbie in for me.
That's what I was about to say. We should have just cut to Reina and Debbie.
And honestly, this show would do much better in like a 30 to 45 minute format. Just cut out all the
not an hour.
Not an hour. They're not.
Yeah, the only show that really gets away with being an hour long and half B-roll the whole time and is Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's like that's literally the only show. It's Kim walks into a store, "Hey," and then it's next scene. Like they get away with that. Darcey and Stacey, ladies, we can't do that.
And the thing is with them, they need to watch out with the show. Yeah, they're twins, and that's like the main thing, but it can't be all about them being just twins. It has to be them separately. I do not want to see a season of double dates of Stacey and Darcey with Darcey crying on Georgie's shoulder because Stacey is about to be married. I can't do it.
Well, and then did you see, I almost felt like this was, when she came in, Darcey set the tone with the, but then it was almost kind of rude the way that she's like, he came here by himself and it's always a one up. And at first I thought it was for that. I thought originally was kind of a pre-produced thing that they did from the very beginning, but it's not. That's just their sister twin. They just have to. It's like something that's here. They just have to one up each other all of the time.
Don't you guys feel like Darcey does more trying up to one up than Stacey?
She's always done that though.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, like I thought the rabbit coat set the tone for that whole scene. That rabbit coat was killing. I'm like, ma'am, no.
They said it as soon as she walked in. They're like, Diva Darcey, here she comes.
Oh yeah, she stood up. Why do you have to stand up and twirl around? I'm like, Darcey's here. I'm like, we know that. We see you. We see.
And then I love how she says, and I'm curious what Georgie's gonna think about this, but I love how she says, I've been talking to a few men, and I finally picked one, pretty much like I've landed on this one because I met him in Miami and blah, blah, blah. And she just every single thing, like the hotter, the bigger muscles, the Eastern European, going down the checklist. It's like Florian, but better.
That's what she was looking for.
Just
That's what she was looking for.
All the dots and then extra little check marks after.
Yeah, it's like Florian with the job and probably or hopefully a better attitude.
All she did was took Florian. And like you said, the checklist went to like, what is Florian? Eastern European, check. Bigger muscles, check. More defined abs, check. He got a job too, check. He's already in America. I ain't got to do nothing with that, check. So yeah, that's all she did. She's like, I didn't find Florian 2.0. Stacey, eat your heart out.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Nicole. And also, thank you, Diamond Diva. I just can't. They both doing too much. Yeah, they really are doing too much.
For no reason.
I think what I'm looking forward to most, since we ended up obviously like wrapping up with the whole big reaction and knowing that this was going to happen, whatever. Looking forward to most, I would have to say, I'm curious about the Debbie, Raina, Florian conversation. And I'm curious about how Stacey is going to react when she finally meets Georgie.
I mean, so when Stacey meets Georgie, I think she's gonna basically be like, why you have to go one up me? That's because like if you really think about it, like, now from the neck down, Florian's got it. Let's be honest. He got some damn good filters on IG because when you see him in person, it's like, ooh, proactive needed.
Did you just say, wait, which one did you say? Florian?
Florian. Like, you see Florian's pictures and then you see him in person, it's like, okay, it's the same person, but I'm like, I wonder when's the last time he booked a modeling job too and why he's really in America. Is he there? Is he going to work? Is he working on things? Is Stacey going to be okay supporting him this whole time? That's my curiosity. When is that going to when is she going to get tired of supporting him the whole time? And what is he going to do for her besides the obvious?
I know. I feel the same way,
and he
Carla.
don't even want to do that.
It's like I feel like, honestly, have you guys seen that app Facetune where they cover it and you look like, and then you take it off and it's like a little bit like pixelated and you see like the lines in your skin, you see like the real everything. That's what I feel like we got as soon as we saw Florian come out from behind the photos. I even feel like he looked better on 90 Day Fiance.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
they made him look better when we saw them with Tom. Or he was just maybe tired, but also we saw him the next day and we saw him that night with Darcey and he still looked bad. No, he just looks bad.
I'm not going to hate on Florian too much because he is playing the game perfectly. Everything. I love Stacey. Yes, my angel. I love you, boo boo. Keep repeating those phrases. She is buying it. Ride that out. Do not do too much. Do not just ride. Just I love you, angel. Yes, my angel. Yes, my boo boo. Stick with those phrases.
Honestly, that in sex, I feel like that's honest.
That's all she wants.
I just feel like that's all that really he needs to do. I don't think that at least for a little bit of time, I don't think that she's really setting a tone she's expecting from him. I don't think she's like, he hasn't said, he's just like model these. Okay, so now what are you going to do coming to America?
Oh, and going to the gym. Don't forget that, going to the gym.
So, yes, so are we going to work at a gym?
No, he's
like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but she's like, my thing is, I hope she really doesn't expect him to improve coming over here when he was doing this. You complain about him not having a car, not doing this and that, but You're doing the same thing his parents did for him. So why would he change?
Oh, he's not going to change. He's going to, I mean, this is, honestly, she's going to grow tired of it, or we're going to watch Mike, the parents, grow tired of watching it. And somebody's going to end up stepping in here. Guys, 101 in the room. Everybody keep liking it. Let's hit 110. But yeah, I think eventually it's going to be the household who gets fed up with it, because I feel like, one, this has to be a tough situation anyways. Being stuck in a house, especially when it's not just him and Stacey being together alone, it's everybody. Hence why they had the personal trip to New York first before they did that. They're all going to be in the house together. And for 90 days, he can't drive himself anywhere. He can't work. I mean, technically he could drive, but he just can't drive. He can't work. He can't really do anything. So that, with a little bit of a bad anger problem, and then Stacey controlling you, putting her thumbprint on your phone every 10 minutes, he's going to snap.
That was crazy.
And then being in your face every 10 minutes.
But I do think what's going to happen is Florian's only doing this to appease Stacey, but I bet he gets another phone without her knowing about it. That's just, I think that's what I would do. Like, you want to be in my phone? Okay, you get a separate phone. You just go to Sprint, get you a separate phone. You'll go. Your name is going to be like what, Francis, whatever, a fake name, and just get you a separate phone.
I don't know. I feel like if he was dumb enough to pull that, I feel like Darcey would. I feel like Darcey's like checking through his bags, making sure he doesn't have any girl stuff, or like I feel like Darcey is going to be so on it when they're under the same roof. She's not even going to play with this guy. Anything. She's like this. She wakes up in the morning, walks to the bathroom, and she sees that he's walking to the other bathroom. She opens the door, and it's almost like a cowboy western where they're both holding the guns, but they don't decide to shoot. It's like I feel like she's just ready any minute for him to do something wrong. She's waiting for it.
Right, because it's like we all said, we know that she wants to be the better twin.
Absolutely.
And then she gets to be there for Stacey and be like, oh, like, it's okay, Stacey. You'll find love just like I found Georgie. Like, it exists. It's okay. Like, like she would be that sister. She would be like, it's okay, Stacey. Like, don't worry. You don't deserve a man like Florian. Like, look at Georgie. This is the kind of man you deserve. This is what you need. And Stacey's going to be like,
Wasn't she saying that before she even met Florian, though? Wasn't Darcey saying that about Florian when they went to Albania? Is that
when they were comparing them, when she was comparing Tom, and she felt like that. Well, yeah, they were just sitting at the table one-upping each other the whole time. And then Darcey was like, "Why do you have to do that, Stacey?" And then Tom's like, "What is she doing?" That was Tom.
Stacey kissed her man. She want to grab Tom.
Yeah.
Florian grabbed Stacey down the little ramp thing. She's like, "Oh, you gonna carry me too, Tom?"
Tom's like, "No."
It's just interesting. It's just interesting how she had all these men. Like, she was like talking to all these guys, and she settled on Georgie, and like he's chasing her, and this is her new man. I'm like, you met this man in Miami one time, no dates, and he's your man.
And also, you've met this very cut up, good looking man in Miami. Not saying that it's not possible to just all of a sudden be down in Miami around all of these beautiful people and then just decide, hey, I'm going to take the Darcey out of all of this, and not ever look left again. Like, she's really just, you have to have a lot of confidence to be in her position, in her age, to take on a man like that and think that, and be, I guess, content.
And he lives in DC. Come on now.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on now. He lives in DC to hit Miami and New York anytime, but Darcey is like the one he's gonna chase after.
No.
And he's on an international dating site.
Yeah, this and yeah, and so do we know yet how long Georgie's here? We don't, right?
Mm-mm.
All right.
So I want to know how Georgie's here legally. I'm curious.
I'm thinking it has to be a work visa.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm not, obviously I don't know for certain right now, but I'm just guessing it would be a work visa if he's over here as a masseuse. Well, or unless she's just saying he is a masseuse and maybe he's not working here in the States. But then that wouldn't make sense because then why is he? No, he should be working.
What does okay? It's a little off topic, but Jess got out here on what type of visa? Because I know she's not working, and she was able to come here and travel abroad.
You talking about Colt Jessie?
Yeah.
She said she was on a student. I recall if it's a student visa, and then she got a work visa because she's an au pair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hermione, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you, Alabama camper. Yeah. No. I'm guessing it would have to be a work visa, and now he needs to cement it if he wants to stay in the States.
I mean, like if I were in DC making a good living and go to Miami, I'd want to stay too. Like, and why not hook up with a nice looking older woman who will do whatever you want? And
that, I mean, to say the least, she will do that. Honestly, these women aren't asking for much from either one of these guys. If they're already with them, they've hit the checklist of what they need to look like and all of the attributes or characteristics they need to have, which is not high, except a good body, and being Eastern European or just you know foreign at some capacity. Sorry, excuse me. I feel like they just need to show them love. If you just hug her in the morning and tell her she's beautiful, and then you're a deadbeat the rest of the day, you're good. Smooth sailing.
I'm telling you, Florian has got the script. Georgie, watch the show.
Damn.
Take the hints. Absolutely. I love you, Darcey. You're beautiful, Darcey. Like how are you? But
Florian's gonna crack though. We're gonna see him crack.
He is.
And Darcey and Stacey, they're not gonna take the aggressiveness either. It's only love. They're on a one love. They only want love.
Darcey already wants the fighting, so yeah, she's not taking it.
Yeah, no, and I feel like I'm gonna give it 2 episodes after having Georgie on the camera with us before she wants an I love you. I'm gonna give it 2 episodes.
2 episodes?
Why are you giving her so much credit?
You think it's 1 episode?
No.
She's so thirsty. Come on, y'all. Y'all know. She be expecting I love you when you come to the airport.
No, but remember though, you have the first episode was when the reason why I agree with Adam is because the first episode is when they meet, go to dinner. He may put it on her at the end of the first episode, and then the next episode 2 is where she's like, "Oh my god, that was fantastic! I think I love you." That's why I say 2.
Yeah.
Oh, cause she ain't got no eggplant yet. Okay, gotcha.
Right. You got to test out the goods first. You have to test out the goods before I love you.
I don't know. Did she test out the goods with Jesse before she got to saying I love you? They were saying I love you on the phone and stuff before she even met him.
I feel like she tested out the goods in Miami.
Think so?
I think it could definitely be. Why? I mean, if she liked him at the time and she was very much single and he was single,
why would you pass up that opportunity?
Right? Why not? That's a
good observation, Adam. I didn't think about that.
I think the dinner date threw me off. I'm like, well, if we've already if we already got it going on, why do I need dinner? We can go to the hotel room.
Right, we can go to the room and get it popping. We can have dinner. Maybe order some takeout. What?
Why spend that extra money? No, you have dinner come to us. DoorDash. Room 3C. Pepe's New York Pizza.
Okay.
So okay. I guess what I want, since we pretty much covered the whole episode, what are we looking forward to? I mean, it's obvious. We already know what's going to happen in the kind of whole synopsis of the show, right? We know that Florian's cheating or cheated. And we know that Darcey's going to expose him with this girl that she's going to talk to on FaceTime. We know that Darcey's going to get with this Georgie guy. I feel like Nico and Aspen, just since they're kids, we're not really going to get a whole lot of them. And it's really not about them anyways. And I really want to see more of Papa Mike.
Yeah.
You first, Carla. You go first.
I don't know. I'm conflicted. I really want to see Darcey call this girl. Because the way Darcey was talking, she was talking like she was about it. Like, no, you're going to tell me what I want to know. And you're going to tell me right now. Like, and I'm like, okay, Darcey, well, press the issue then, girl. Let me see
Darcey
this
does pop off. She
spicy
does pop off.
dog. Yes.
I think for me, it's gonna be that first double date between Stacey, Florian, Darcey, and Georgie. I can't wait to see how Darcey acts, because you know Darcey gonna bring the most. She's gonna be like, "So Georgie, like, how do you like it, Georgie? Da, 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 Georgie."
Oh,
blah,
she's
blah,
gonna
blah.
be petting his arms.
Yes.
She's gonna be like, "Oh my God, those biceps." Oh, she's like, "I just love." Stacey, don't you just love touching Florian's biceps, even though they're probably not as big? Did you see Georgie's though? He does bicep curls in the morning before he has his coffee. Like she would throw in some little. It's gonna be just a table full of jabs, just jab, 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 jab.
That's what I'm waiting for, and I want to see has Stacey grown enough to where she's like, "Okay, I'm not having this with you. Let's go," and then just drag. I want to see Stacey just drag Darcey one time.
I feel like we're eventually going to get that moment, but I feel like that would be maybe if we get a season 2. I feel like Stacey still kind of knows Darcey is the catalyst for them being here, you know? And that's even why she was like Diva Darcey. And, you know, Darcey's obviously out of the twins, the kind of bigger personality of the two. But Stacey is we're getting to know her a little bit more and seeing where she's just like, "Okay, Darcey, all right," you know, she's getting annoyed. And I feel like eventually she's going to be like, "Okay, I'm on the show too. The show's not called just Darcey. It's Darcey and Stacey. So backed up, you know, like
Right.
we're going to get that moment."
They need each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, didn't we, I forgot. Their horoscope. What was it?
Libra.
Libra. Yes. Because they play off of each other, right?
Right.
So balanced, but they somehow balance each other. I don't know how they do it.
All right, guys. Well, Jamal, Carla, I appreciate you calling in. I'm going to jump on with Sherelle at either 11 or 11:15. I have to call her right after this, and we're going to be covering Potomac. So if you guys are around, join us on Potomac.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Dana, for the super chat. The children need to pick Darcey and Stacey's mates. That would be a fun episode in itself. And guys, thank you so much, everybody, for your super stickers and super chats. I really appreciate it. And thank you for liking this video. It helps us tremendously. Also, guys, again, if you didn't catch the very beginning, there are crazy devastations happening all over the world right now, especially on the Gulf Coast and over here in North California with the fires. So let's just send a prayer and our love to all of those people and the animals and make sure that everybody's going to stay safe, because that's got to be terrifying. But all right, guys, I'm jumping on with Sherelle on Sherelle's World in about 30 minutes, and we're going to be covering Real Housewives of Potomac. So if you guys have the time, see us there. Bye, guys.